them. All right, you guys can't bring out this word the correct way. Why? Because the Most High isn't dealing with you guys. All right, right now the Most High is dealing with the elders of GMS. All right, and all the other brothers out here doing the work in truth and sincerity.
So after they got rid of the gold after the Great Depression with the gold seizure in 1933, we have what we have now, this current system, which is a Federal Reserve note, which is which a central bank, privately owned central bank, loans out to the U.S. government, and the U.S. government has to pay that back, and not only has to pay that back, but has to pay it back on interest. Has to pay back on interest. Psalms 83.
83 kind of got it right here.
So this brother wants to bring out a scripture. We're going to hit the scripture, and I'll get back to what I was talking about.
All right, here's Psalms 83 and 4. I'll start at 1. Psalms 83 and 1. Keep not thy silence, O power, O hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
And that's the conspiracy that he was talking about. Taking crafty counsel against the Lord's people, which is the nation of Israel. Keep going.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them from being a nation, that the name of Israel may no more be in remembrance.
God, cut them off from being a nation. How do you cut people off from being a nation? You enslave them. You take away their history. You hide the history from them. You hide their nationality from them. Those are all ways that you cut people off from being a nation. And really, you only need to do it one generation, man. You could do that. Keep going.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites and Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur was also joined with them. They have helped the children of Lot, say Lot. Yes, so all you other nations, man, have gotten together and destroyed our people, all right? Well, that's why the Most High is putting the spirit in these super elite to destroy all you other nations, right? To destroy each other in this next Third World War. And all this banking system, all this stuff is all set up to lead up to that one world order they want to bring in. To bring in their one world order, to bring in their one world currency, to have all you people enslaved under them. That's what the so-called white man wants to do, but that's not going to work out because we're going to have the one world order, right? The righteous order, right? Through the Spirit, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai.
So going back, like we said, they set up the central bank in 1913, and then in 1933 they took away all the money from, Salakia, they took all the gold, from the banks, meaning that the dollar was no longer backed by gold. So what did that do? That devalues the money. And after that, the central bank, basically with the Federal Reserve, which we have right now, the current system, which is causing all these problems, is the Federal Reserve, the privately owned bank, loans money out to the country. So the country is obligated to pay X amount of dollars, whatever it is, back to the country, but not only pay that back, but also pay it on the interest. So if they loaned out $20, they would have to pay $20 plus the percentage of interest that is on those $20. And where do they get the money to pay back that interest? They got to go back to the bank again to get the money again. So it's just debt on top of debt on top of debt on top of debt. And can you go to the U.S. debt clock and see what the debt? I believe it's like $14.8 trillion right now. And this country is in major debt that it can't pay off, and that's why unemployment is sky high. All right, kids in college can't find degrees, and that's why Occupy Wall Street is moving the way it is right now, because of the debt that this system has purposely incurred by the international bankers.
I'm just going to go off with the bird saying in World War I, that's exactly what happened. That's what wars are for. Okay, in World War I, the so-called Allied powers of France, England, and other countries defeated Germany, right? And what did they do to the Germans? They subdued them, all right? They made them pay back for all the destruction, right? So they ended up saying, okay, Germany, you have to pay us. So what did Germany do? They started printing out all this money, and it was called the Weimar Republic. And they printed so much money that they show you the pictures of them carrying wheelbarrows full of money, man, full of dough, full of just paper, right? So that's how they were trying to pay back their debts they owed to the English and the French, right? And the French, what they would do, they just took over their good land and started taking all their resources, man. And then that's when Hitler came in and he changed the society, okay, and made it and empowered the people through whatever the hell he was doing with their military, man. And then they did the same thing then. World War II happened, Europe was destroyed again, and what happened? The U.S. went in and defeated the so-called Nazi powers, the Axis. And what happened? They set up the Marshall Plan, which was to give huge loans to the European countries to pay back on interest, man. That's what all these wars are for. And now what are they saying? They're telling Iraq they owe the government. Iraq owes the U.S. money, right? They're saying shit like that, right? So everyone's waking up to you, so-called white people, man. Your system is flawed, all right, and you're the damn devil, man. Everything you do is unrighteous, all right.
Con. So right now the current system that we have, like we went over, and the problem with it now is you got people, a great global economic crisis going on over there in Europe, and here in the U.S. you got the Occupy Wall Street movement. You have all these people down at Wall Street saying they got college degrees and they're college students, but yet they can't find a job. They can't use their degree. Like Gerald Celente says, they've got degrees in worthlessness, and that's what all this college. It's all bullshit, man. It's all some straight bullshit. And if you ain't going to college just to get by and use ESAU'S system, then you shouldn't be there, man. You're a fucking idiot, because this place is on its way down. And we got an article, brother. Can you read the article about the college students? I think it's like you got it, Con. Because a lot of these people on Wall Street, man, Occupy Wall Street, are college students. And the problem now is they can't get jobs. The economy is bad.
And they're Edomites.
They're Edomites, yeah, because they wasn't talking about the 99% when we was getting fucked up, when Jake didn't have a job. And Jake is used to not having a job. I know my family, they live paycheck to paycheck. They just scraping by, man. So it's nothing for them. But now the white man has to live paycheck to paycheck. Now he wants everybody to come together and fight his cause. And you got stupid niggas like that nigga that we had in our last video, Hero Vincent, or Vincent Hero, whatever his name is, fighting the cause for the fucking white man. And like the elders brought out, this fight is for Esau to fight, not for Jake, man.
Not for you Israelites.
Not for no
Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
You need to be sitting back and hoping this shit goes down real fast, that this place burns down. All right, this isn't our fight, man. We want to see them people in Occupy Wall Street get fucked up. We want to see the police get fucked up. We want to see martial law. We want to see all the prophecies come to pass. That's what, because when that happens, then we'll get set up in the kingdom, under Yahweh Shai, man, and under Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So that's what we're waiting for. So if you're not on that movement right now, then you're totally lost. You're totally gone. And like I said, these college students are now, and all these so-called educated Edomites. I went to Harvard, I went to Yale, all this bullshit. Now they're really getting a smack in their face, and they're not getting jobs. So now this is why they're reacting to the problem with the Occupy Wall Street. So the brother's gonna bring out the article.
This is from the New York Times. Many with new college degrees find the job market humbling. And this is dated May 18th, 2011. The individual stories are familiar. The chemistry major tending bar. The classic major answering phones. The Italian studies major sweeping aisles at Walmart.
See? Italian studies major. What the fuck you gonna do with an Italian studies degree? Some bullshit. You gonna make pizza? All right? You can't do shit with that. So what do? You gotta go to Walmart and start sweeping up the floors for a job, man. Letting you know that this college shit is straight bullshit, man.
And what are you gonna do with a religious degree, man?
Or
And then that usually those people who do that are atheists too, man.
or gender women's studies, man.
Yeah.
All that fucking bullshit. What are you gonna do with that, man?
Philosophy major.
Or what this other shit they be having? I don't even know.
Peace and conflict.
Peace and conflict. You motherfuckers can't fix the problem in the Middle East. Peace and conflict. All you people in college, all right, that really believe in this shit are fucking idiots, man. If you believe in the American dream, like, hey, we met that dude. I don't know if he was an Edomite. We just said, how about the American dream? No, he said, fuck the American dream, man.
Yeah.
So even he knows that's some straight bullshit.
Yeah,
man.
he was working in a store. He says, I wake up every day and work all fucking day. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, I got a piece here.
Come on.
But hey, you know, just playing on this shit, man. If this is real wisdom, all right, you going to college and shit, man. I'm about to read the scripture, all right?
Come on.
This is Proverbs 3:13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. So if going to college was really, you know, they was teaching you something in there, man, you would be happy. Now that they all mourning and shit, man, they can't get no job. But really, this economy and this society is collapsing, man. The real knowledge is found in the scriptures, right?
Hey.
So the men that's learned in this Bible, we rejoicing, man. Because we see your society is collapsing before your very eyes, and then what's the next thing that's gonna happen after that? After your economy collapses and your country falls and this place is destroyed, man, we gonna get set up, all right?
Hey, can you bring Ecclesiastes 12? I think it's 11. Yeah, because this is all bullshit. And we're going to get back into the article, you know, in a minute, that this learning, all the ESAU'S school system, man, is all bullshit. I went through high school. I ain't learned shit. Everything I learned was through Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man, and through the elders, man. That's what the real knowledge I started learning about all this kind of stuff, man, about the Federal Reserve, about New World Order, all right? Because in college, they're not teaching you reality. They teach you a bunch of theory bullshit, man. And it's a waste of time. Go ahead, bring that out.
Ecclesiastes 12:11. The words of the wise are as goads, and as nails fastened by the masters of assemblies, which are given from one shepherd.
Is that it? Is further by these, my son, be admonished for making
you want 12.
12, yeah, come on.
And further by these, my son, be admonished of making many books, there is no end.
Yeah, making many books, there is no end. And you go to all these colleges, they got massive libraries with all type of fucking books. And they have 1 year, volume 1. Next year, volume 2. 7th edition, 8th edition, 20th edition, many of books.
But even Salakia, but even with all those books, if you look through them enough, you find out who the real Israelites are, man.
Come on.
You find out those things, but you people only read what you're given, man, because you're just completely slaves, man.
Come on.
Another thing too, that whole college shit is a fucking racket, man.
It's a fraud.
Because here it is, they make you you gotta pay for the fucking books, right? If you don't pay the money for that book, you can't take that class. The books is damn near like $300 for a fucking book, man.
Come on.
And you can't say somebody went that took that same class the year before you, so you can't get that book from them because the fucking volume changes. It's an updated version, so to speak. So you gotta buy that one. You can't get the old one, man.
Making many books, and they got a thing on YouTube. It's a big video. A lot of people have seen it called the College Conspiracy, man, where it brings it all out. How you're better off not even going to college, man, because you gotta pay, especially if you got big loans and shit, man. You ain't gonna make it. So only if you're really trying to make it in this world and you go to college, you better be playing basketball or football or something and make it.